few people ask me over the last couple of days. I had this guy ask me in the comments if I could like teach him how to do a 180. And in all honesty, I'm not so used to doing tutorials and stuff like this. And I feel because my confidence hasn't been there yet. So I mean, I basically just can't do them because sometimes I try to pre-record the tutorial and then I'm like, nah, this isn't good enough. But then this is live. I'm going to do this on a one shot. Hope I'm able to help you with a few tips and I'm able to help him because I told him to do it today. And he sees the video and it helps him. So basically, he was asking how to do a 180. And if I'm facing here, a 180 is if I'm able to turn and then face this way. Okay. So basically, if I'm moving this way, a 180 is this. And then I go backwards this way. So for beginners, I would recommend you are able to move forwards very well, very comfortable with moving forwards. And then also moving backwards very well. Because if you do a 180, you don't do them standing in the same place. You have to sort of skate backwards when you do it. And if you are someone who just started skating forwards and you can skate backwards, then it will be a little bit harder to learn this one. So if I'm facing here, a 180 would be jumping and facing here backwards this way. So for starters, what I would recommend is see a box on the floor. I don't have a chalk or anything. There's nothing I can draw, but basically you get a fair idea what I'm talking about. So you draw see a box on the floor and then you stand in the box here this way. A 180 is turning the other way. I'm facing here. If I jump and turn and my face is facing here, then that's a 180. So if you are here, you should practice jumping and turning. And what happens is you spin your upper body first and then your lower body would follow. Okay. So a 180 is going to look like this. From here, it's going to look like this. And you don't want to jump so high and you don't want to, your feet shouldn't be so close. I recommend you do that with your feet shoulder length, like from here to your skate. You should draw the box on the floor. You stand in the box and then you practice jumping and turning this way, right? So what happens is before you jump, you go down, you jump up, you go back down. Okay, so if I'm facing here, if you're looking at me from here, you go down, you jump up, you go back down, right? So if you're doing a 180 from here, it's just going to be jumping and turning, like I said. You turn your upper body first, your lower body is going to follow. So what happens is you do this. It doesn't have to be like a very high jump, like I said earlier. And then if you get a hang of doing this, usually I'm able to spin to the left. It's just easier for me to spin to the left, sorry. It's easier for me to spin to the left. So what happens is I spin to my left. But then if you are somebody who finds it very easy to spin to your right, you can equally spin to your right this way. So like I said, your upper body goes there, your lower body is going to follow. And you have to jump up just a little bit, right? So what you do is to the right, you do this. That is a 180, right? And then to your left, which I'm more comfortable with, you still do the same thing. That is a 180, right? When you get this out the way in the box, when you are able to do this in the box in a stable position and you are feeling a little more confident, then you can try do it in motion, right? So hopefully I'm not out of the camera frame. Yeah. So you do it in motion. What you do is you do the same thing like you did in a stable position, but you do it with very less speed. So from here, you can take like 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. And then when you are in motion, you get in position, you jump just like you did in the box. And when you do that, you don't want to jump and then try to come to a stop. Since you can already move backwards, when you jump, you just make sure you are going backwards. And I don't recommend you learn this on a slope. You find somewhere that is flat like this. So I'm on the tennis court and it rained here last night. So all the leaves are all over the place, but that shouldn't be a problem. So let's try that again. You put it in motion, the same thing you do in the box. So you take very slow, at a very slow pace. So you go like this. When you have enough motion, you jump, turn around, and then you just keep it going. And then you keep it going. So I'm going to like demonstrate again from this side. Hopefully I'm still within the camera frame because I can't really see. I'm doing this on my phone. And I really hope you can hear me too. So let's take that again. We put it in motion. Very slow speed at your own pace. I mean, you are definitely going to have a few falls. That's why it's recommended you have all your knee pads and elbow pads and helmets. In my case, I don't have them here because I was out skating and this just came to mind. So that's out the way. I mean, let's try it again. So like I said, you take it in motion, like very slow speed. If you get a little bit of movement, you do the 180 and then you keep going with it. So hopefully this helps you. And if there's anything you want to learn or you want to know, you can let me know in the comments below. It's actually the first time I'm doing this one, so sorry if I'm like sounding a little bit nervous and stuff like that. And just to go over the whole thing again, like I said, a 180 from here is basically turning backwards here, right? And you are going to get better with practice. So step one, I said you should draw a box on the floor, just a square big enough for both skates to be in. And remember I said you keep your feet apart, like shoulder length from here to your feet, right? And then you practice your 180 in the box in a stationary position. So like from here, you do the 180 like that in the box. And then when you get it, you can put in a little bit of movement. So like I said, if you take even 4 steps should be enough once you are in motion. And then you can practice that like you did in the box. So remember with jumping, you go down, you go up, you come back down. That keeps you very stable. So down, up, 180, down, and then you keep going. So yeah, this end is hopefully this helps you and you are able to learn. And let me know if there's anything else you want to learn. Another thing, just by the way, I make these cool shirts myself. I'm going to link them in the description below, and this helped me keep skating and keep me going around and doing all these wonderful videos I do for you guys. So I'll see you guys again on another tutorial. If there's anything you want to learn, like I said, let me know in the comments, and be sure to like, subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you guys again on another session. Cheers. Bye-bye.